All right, guys. Hope y'all are doing well. A lot of things have been going on in the hobby. I haven't done a live slash drive type thing, not live, but a lot of things have been going on in the hobby. And I guess I don't know where to start. Fanatics dropping Topps Chrome information with the Wemby photo. I think it's fantastic. I don't care if it's unlicensed. I've never been an unlicensed complainer. I just want nice cards, and I don't really care. We're to the point now that no card is realistically the key card. It's just the one that somebody can get their hands on that might be their favorite. That's one of their best cards. With the issue with autographs for different companies, you've lost the ability for the key flagship card of somebody to be that key flagship, as it will now be rivaled by something else. Again, a Topps Chrome Wemby Superfractor 1/1 auto, what would sell more, that or the National Treasures Logo Man non-autoed 1/1? Like, that's your rivalry type situation you have going on. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the product. You have, LeBron going to be there with autos. Other players are going to be into autos. I hope to God that for somehow, some way, they Photoshop Tom Brady on Steve Kerr and make him a basketball card too, because that would just be hilarious. And people will pay for it, especially if it's autographed. So, because it's just Tom Brady, and I would almost just make a joke with Tom Brady and start putting him into places. Maybe hide him in the background or something. I don't know. I would do that though, for 100% sure. And maybe even other athletes. We've also told that celebrities will start getting involved with a lot more products. So again, the easiest thing is first pitch autos and cards of athletes, or not, maybe ex-athletes and or movie stars, singers, stuff like that. We still need a standalone product of nothing but actors, actresses, stuff like that. I know we had the Leaf Pop Century, and they do a decent job of it. The cards, in my opinion, for Leaf Pop Century, most of them are not attractive cards. I understand they're trying to play the whole chrome, cracked dice, fractor thing. They're just not attractive cards, and sometimes even the images aren't attractive. And I know there's all these little loops, jumps, and stuff like that you're supposed to go through for things, but I just see and know other things that can be done, and they don't do it. So I just don't know if it's just shortcuts. I feel like shortcuts. I wish more people put time and effort into key products, and then you throw out all the other stuff and just see if it sticks. I'm fine with that. I just feel like we get a lot of product now that is thrown out and see if it sticks, and if not, move along, because people are going to buy it because we got to have breakers break product, and people want new products. So we can always burn through X amount of this because we're allocating things to our partners and we're forcing them to buy things. Therefore, they have to go through it, and this is the easiest way to do it. That makes sense from the standpoint of how the operation has now developed over time. Topps Chrome Football also coming out. It's going to be unlicensed again. So are we going to be happy with it? And obviously they have CJ Stroud and some other people over there that if they get it out this year, can they call it a 2023 product and put a rookie logo on it and it be considered a rookie still? We're in a gray area, and this might be going back to what year was it? One with Evans, a rookie, where we had unlicensed top product and then you had Panini product, but each product had like 5 variations of rookies for each player and each set, and it was just, you don't know which one's the main one. It's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I don't really like it, and at that point you just try to go to the one that presents the best to you and or more than likely would retain the highest value, which you start dealing with Topps Chrome Gold, Panini Gold, low numbered inserts. That's why a while ago I put that poll out of what do you consider a rare card when it's serial numbered. Is it 100, 50, 10, 5? Is it only 1/1? Just because they have so many different versions of the same card in different sets even, that which one do you really key off of that the hobby is told is the highest one? Because I'd always assumed that the highest one would honestly be the nicest one. Let's say they make 300 1/1s of Wemby this year. Well, what's the nicest 1/1? Really? Nicest looking one. Because, black shimmer is cool. Black disco is cool, but I'd rather have, maybe black lasers or something. I don't know. It's one of those things that it's going to be the eye of the beholder. But which one's the hobby always going to say is your key card? The black finite is considered the key because it's pulled out of the base version of hobby. It's not part of the first off the line. It's not some type of weird exclusive. It's not the one that comes out of a set where everybody gets a one of one like they do in football, and it's a stars instead of a shimmer, which doesn't glow. You know what I mean? It's just, I get it. It's all going to sell, so they're going to make it, and I don't blame them because people are buying it. And at the end of the day, we control the market, and all you have to do is say no. But we are also in a time frame that the people that are running businesses can't say no. It's not in the cards. And just like everybody's talking about the repack stuff, good. Make the money while you can. If the system works for you and you have the audience to sell that repack, then do it. But most people don't have that audience. So it's really being dialed down to a key group of people. If you don't have thousands of people or even hundreds of people in a live stream to do a repack product, can you really make the money when you're throwing stuff up at auctions? People do fixed prices as well, and that way they know exactly what they're going to make at the end of the day based off all the other costs included. Like, they can buy stuff at 100% COP because other things are going to buy it less than that are still going to be put into those repacks, and they got to pay the guy that's buying them, they got to pay fees. Like, there's a whole thing associated, but they've got it dialed down so well now, they don't have to worry about it, and it's running on its own. And if it works, who cares? And people are like, oh, I can't get the Grail card that I wanted. Listen, if you want a Grail card and you're looking for it and you know how to look for it and it's out there, you could go get it. But I guarantee you're not going to try to buy it. You would rather try to win it. Okay? Very few people would rather buy the card they want if they have the opportunity to win it, especially anything new. Like, I'm sure somebody's doing a repack for vintage. I haven't seen it, but I'm not looking for it. I've never been in a repack. I'll go look for some now just to see what it's like. Filmington on Spitballing Cards was like, he's addicted to it now. Like, he likes repacks. He's addicted to it because it's an opportunity. You see these cards that you'd like to have, you can get in at a low number, and there's only so many of these packs, so the odds are technically in your favor. How many times can you get into something that 1 out of 100 gets card A, B, C, D, and then you start dropping that number down. And if you're that lucky person or get into the most spots, you have the highest percentage chance based on where you are in that tier at that time. So I get it. I really do get it. And for people that don't like it, it's just not for you. It's okay. It doesn't have to be for you. Okay? Because most of the stuff, most things in this hobby, people are looking to flip. Whether they're trying to keep it to flip tomorrow, at the National, after the National, 3 years from now, whenever they think something special is going to happen. Like, everything is opportunity in this. And if you're in this entire hobby now, if you want to call it a hobby, for collecting, you just got to wait. At the end of the day, you just wait. And you wait for that opportunity to happen. Long term, do I know if cards are going to be high or low? I would say high. Because I think cards are going to keep evolving, and very specific versions of cards or timelines will become more valuable than others due to it being harder to get those cards even if something was still in wrapped product. There's things that are bricking. There's things that you don't know if they've been resealed, and you have to take opportunity and chances in order to make that gamble if it comes out. Was it SCI or whatever down in West Palm Beach, I think, does breaks where they take sealed, authenticated packs of cards, sell cards per slot for a brand new out of the pack, fresh card from the 60s or 70s or 80s. And you get randomized into a slot, and whatever card is in that part of the pack you get. That's fun too. You're getting it's close to a gem mint card out of a pack fresh. Now you're looking for a perfectly centered one, which we know that is miserable for most older cards. It's miserable sometimes now. But it's just one of those things that don't worry about it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. There's plenty of people that are going to be like you that like to live in the realm, and everybody in this hobby seems to just want to cry about everything all the time. Just don't worry about it. You either can watch it, dislike it, move along, not leave a comment, not watch. It doesn't really matter. There's something here for everybody. It really is. And I understand that a lot of the older guys that have been in this for a very long time, well before the boom and all that type of stuff, well before even modern type cards were really made, that have a different ideology. Okay? And some of them like some of the new stuff here and there. They still have favorite teams, favorite players. But they see stuff and the pricing is so crazy. And it's because somebody's willing to pay for it. That's how pricing works. If nobody pays for it and gets it and the comp starts dropping, therefore nobody else can make that reaction. And there's a lot of people that have cards that they're not willing to take a loss on. At least not a big enough one that they feel that one day that card's going to be worth it. It might be 1 year, 3 year, 10 years. The odds are, unless some type of crazy trade comes up that they feel way better about, they're not getting out of the card. Not at least cash driven. You know, that's one of the things you got to understand. If you try and reach out to a vendor and you offer them a cash price based on a comp and they're not meeting it, the only other way into that card usually is trade. Because you're going to have to find some other wiggle room on another card to manipulate the brain to make them think they're getting a better deal. That's all you can do. Because at the end of the day, most trades are obviously not in the favor of the person trading to a dealer. Okay, because they got to make money, you know. But now everybody's a dealer, whether you're set up at a table or you're on the other side. If you're walking around a case of cards and 95% of those cards you don't want to move, in that case, you're a dealer. Okay, whether you're a mobile dealer or not, you're a dealer. That's facts. Okay, so everybody can say whatever they want. It just comes down to somebody willing to do it, and people do it all the time. So don't worry about it. That would be the biggest thing I would say to everybody right now. You know, there was like Neo, especially, and sometimes the other guys. You know, oh, the people are going crazy in the chat. Who are they? Who's the they? I see the responses. But is that the same response they would have if they're standing in front of the 300 other people that are leaving comments? Probably not. There's a lot of people that got a big mouth in the comment section. And I'm not talking about my videos, but in other people's videos and other things that you see. And it's hilarious because there are people that call people out when deservingly should be called out. And there's other people that make stuff up in their head and assume they know everything they think they know, and then yell at people for that. And then there's other people that don't like the way somebody does business and likes to yell about that. But at the end of the day, they don't have to do business the way you want them to. It's their business. All you have to do is not like it, not look at it, not click on it. It's super easy, guys. Everything speaks for itself, and we have a big problem in this hobby as well as other hobbies that we play follow the leader too much, you know, or maybe we invest too much what would be the word, respect to somebody, that if they say something, I'm going to think that too, because it makes sense, because, you know, they're saying that. And, you know, there's a way to sell stuff all the time. That's what lawyers do, okay? You gotta this is how this works everywhere. But I just get not upset. I try to think, why is somebody getting that upset? There's so many times that I start typing something out and I delete it, because I'm like, at the end of the day, so what? That's their thought. Okay, cool. If I have something prevalent to say and or a stopgap because maybe something's getting out of hand and somebody needs to call them on it the right way, you don't always have to be an ass. Okay? And you can be an ass, but you can be a nice one. Not a smart ass. A nice ass. Okay? Because who doesn't like a nice ass? Think about it. Might be a good shirt. But just don't worry about it, guys. We just get too roped up into this. I know I just went on a huge rant, which is fantastic, because who doesn't like a little bit of energy, power, and passion behind a little bit of speech? I know I do. But that's just where I'm at, just going. Man, I just went down a stupid rabbit hole. I don't know if I'll put this out or not. If I put this out and you see this, I'm sorry. All right, guys. See you later.